Alright, go ahead, Fabian.
I am Fabian, and I'm just here to tell my truth.
Alright, Miguel.
Hi, I'm Miguel and I'm here to tell the truth.
Alright, I'm gonna start with Fabian. Tell us when and where you would have met Miguel.
Well, I met Miguel's brother first, Mario. We all lived in the same community, Corville Gardens. And I remember I started talking to Mario online because of the whole theater thing and play thing, and it was mutual interest there. However, when we decided to meet, because we lived in the same community, and we said, all right, let's just meet up one day. Eventually, I started talking to Miguel. I'm not sure the exact occasion, but we eventually started talking, and we grew together. Like our bond grew. We had just crazy fun together. It was more just being supportive. He was that wild, crazy brother that I really grew to love over the years, and it was years. I think this was sometime like way back, maybe 2011, about 2011.
Miguel, do you remember where and when you'd have met Fabian?
Well, I think the first time we met was, I think it was this play. There was this production. I don't remember the name,
I think
But-
it was.
but I know it's the
Ting-a-ling.
one with Spider. Yes, I think it's
Ting-a-ling.
Ting-a-ling-a-ling. And he brought a ticket to me. And,
That didn't go well.
And that didn't go well. But I think over time when
What do you mean by it didn't go well?
it didn't go well because I think he had said something to me and I
You took it the wrong way.
took it the wrong way, and then we
He's
started
very
to have
defensive.
a little minor altercation. However, when I visited the play of which I purchased a ticket for, I think we actually had a little conversation which was better than the first time we met, and then ever since we just became friends.
Alright, for you, Miguel, what is it that you enjoy about the friendship you had or hoping to have again with Fabian?
Well, I think what I enjoyed mostly was the fact that I felt like we were a family, and it was just easy to talk to them. So I feel free to open up, talk about stuff that is affecting me, and I just don't feel like I'm being judged. So I just felt comfortable around them, and
Damn.
I think pretty much that is what I enjoy the most about the friendship.
By the way, my pronouns are he and not them.
Alright, sorry.
Him.
Him.
Alright, Fabian, what would have been some of the things that you enjoyed about the friendship with Miguel?
Alright, I think with Miguel, I think we clicked creatively. So I think he's very funny. He's a naturally funny person. He may not be funny online or on camera, but off camera, he is an extremely funny person, and he, from ever since, he will make my day better. So if we know I have a rough day or something, I can always call on him and he will just say something stupid or just be himself, and it just caused me to just forget everything. He always make me laugh. No matter how bad a situation is, like police can stop we can in a trouble with the law, we can dip on the highway and a speed and get one ticket, and him just gonna make one comment will just make you forget the stress of the moment. And I think I am a miserable person naturally. I think I take life too seriously sometimes, and I think Miguel is that side that helps me to lighten up.
Alright, this would not have been the first time you guys would have gone for a protracted period not speaking to each other. Miguel, can you remember any occasion prior to this one that you and Fabian would not have been friends, and what would have been the cause of that?
I think it was sometime in 2016, and to be honest, I really don't know the reason, because most times we don't talk is because of ego. So it is not necessarily like a particular case that you can pinpoint.
I think it was a police situation.
Alright, tell us about that, Fabian.
I think it was the police of the weed.
Yeah.
Alright, tell us about who wanted to share what happened. Alright,
Okay,
I want
I'll
to
share.
so
I want.
I can share up to a point, and then maybe Fabian can share the rest. I think it was some night when I discovered weed. So we were kind of new to weed, and we were really giddy. You understand? So it's like if it's a case where we heard that we can get weed up by Standpipe, we would drive to Standpipe. We would just drive in search of weed. And I had borrowed my father's car, and we purchased a good amount of weed, maybe like a quarter pound of weed or 2 grand worth of weed. And
Still never reached the 5 ounces though.
yeah, and then we were driving along Half a Tree Road, and then police stopped us. So this was the first time police was actually stopping me. So we started to get jittery, and then we remember that the weed was in the car. And then the police searched the car, they found the weed, they took out a book saying that they're going to lock us up, and long story short, they wanted some money. We drove to Fabian's house, and I think the police, they said that they wanted 30 grand. We had agreed to split it 15-15, and that is the only thing that I remember.
Alright, Fabian, all of what Miguel said so far is the truth.
Well, except for the splitting part.
Alright, go ahead.
So what had happened was that the police said they wanted, I think 30 grand was the money. I remember I literally, it was like way back in life when, as I said, it's 2011. 2011, 2016.
I mean, in 2016, the situation.
No man, wasn't it? Yeah, about that. So, yeah, when them said them want money, them literally Codeco phone them and tail we back to the house. All I had was my rent in my drawer. I had my rent in my drawer, and I said, this is all I have. Miguel declared, because Mario was there as well, Miguel declared that he did not have any money, and when am I get this money from? I said I have my rent, and Mario did say, alright, we'll pay it, I'll give back whatever. Anyway, remember Miguel declared that he had his money. I didn't have any money. I think the next day now we were in a group, three of us discussing it, everything that happened. And then Miguel made a comment to say, he's gonna pay him gym membership. And I got upset. I got very upset because I said to myself, you said they don't have no money. Me can sacrifice my rent to get us out of this situation, but your priority was your gym membership. So for me, that was like, I took that very hard. Come here, I say I could do this to get us out. You were in more of danger with your father's car and everything, and then that wasn't your priority. So I think Mario at the time said that he had some money. I think they have 5 grand, and said maybe 5 grand towards it. Miguel up to the point never say him have none. Eventually he did give money, but to me I just got upset because of we are in this situation. Me can sacrifice my rent, you would not sacrifice gym membership. So I got upset and me did vex. After that, I think I was still the one who reached out after.
Wait, before that, Miguel,
Yeah.
do you recount the story taking place like that?
I don't recall so far, but the story sounds familiar. The story doesn't sound new, but it doesn't, it don't fresh. It's not.
Alright, how long do you remember going without speaking to Fabian after that?
2 years was the last time.
So you said after that incident, you went 2 years.
After
You
the
mean
police.
That incident?
After that incident,
After
I think we
that-
stopped
Just a
talking
few
for like
months.
6 months, maybe
Like a
like
few
four to 6 months.
4 to 6 months. How
Yeah.
did that period make you feel?
Well, you see, because I think my ego and my pride is what at times will hold me back, because I just feel like I'm not supposed to be the person to, start the conversation or, quote unquote, beg back friends. So I will be there dying and just
So did you feel like you were dying?
I felt empty because remember that this is my friend where, we talk about everything, literally every single thing, right? And then that was not there. So at times when I woke up, I felt empty. Another time, I was thinking to create a fake page to maybe go onto the page, but then I can't do it because his page is private and him screen the people them who him had before, and then me can't catfish so much for I put up 20 picture with how much people feel like it. So at times those things come up, but again my ego will never allow me to just pick up the phone and say, you know what, maybe I was wrong, and then make the situation. So
Steven, how you felt on that first occasion?
So I am the type who will reach out. I'm the type who will reach out. Like if I feel like I wasn't wrong, I will hold out for as long as I can. But then I think with Miguel, I realized that it's hard for him. And I think deep down I know what he wants. Not that I'm trying to spoil him or telling him that this is right or the right approach, but I do feel like he has it much harder than many people just to look into himself. Even to say sorry. Even just to say sorry, him find it difficult. Even for show love, him find it difficult. I think Miguel, even for hug him friend, like just hug somebody, it's hard. So I don't know what it is about uncomfortable emotions for him that's so difficult to just embrace. But for me, I found that if I want something, I want something. And by nature, if I believe say a friendship was worth more than dissolving for no reason, I'm gonna try make amends to it. Also, I find it difficult to cope, like if I constantly miss somebody. Me rather reach out and you turn your back versus not try at all. But I can tell you if I tried and he never be receptive to it, that would have been the end. Me literally say fuck off, block him, delete him, and that's it. Which I do all the time. I do block people and delete them almost instantly, because that's my initial coping mechanism. I got block and delete you. I got erase anything possible that remind me of you.
Alright, so I think so now to 2019, that's when you guys would have stopped talking. I'm gonna ask again. So that's
So this
Yeah.
is Stop Talking number 2.
yeah, and I think this is the one that everybody would have been concerned about. I'm gonna ask Miguel. I'm gonna ask Miguel to give his version of what took place in terms of why is it that he and Fabian stopped talking.
Alright, so for those who know me, they knew that I used to do edibles, and I normally go to like events to sell my products. I had reached out to Fabian weeks before the event to tell him that I wanted us to be there as a team for the support. My friend is there to help me because a crowd normally come down to the tent for the products. And Fabian had agreed to it, so that was sorted. On the day of the event, I think Fabian sent me a message to say that he doesn't think he would be able to make it. So I was saying that why is it that no on the day you can't make it? I think I got a text that stated he was going to assist somebody else, and then from that he just never messaged him back because I felt as if though he was putting somebody over me, so I should just keep my distance. Because if, as a friend, I wanted you to come and support me, and then on the day you cannot come, but you could find time to assist somebody else, I just felt friendship was valuable on my part, on his part, and I just felt like I should keep my distance.
Okay, Fabian, what's your version of this?
Alright, so I've been extremely supportive of Miguel. Likewise, he's been extremely supportive of me. Anybody who knows me know that I do plays, and Miguel is always involved in the process from start to end. Likewise, I think that a lot of Miguel's business pursuits are really I really, a lot of them I remember I pushed him to do a lot of things. When I pushed him to know I would have inspired him a lot. And being around me, Miguel is one occasion he was supposed to know I'm easy way younger than I, but he sees that I am a go-getter and sees that I push a lot to get things done. So my always like, it was always discuss business ideas, I want not just gossip and stuff like that. Like, however, on the night of this day, I think it was the same night moving forward and part. What I love about him is that he's always trying new things. I dropped my part, probably too many different things I never felt ill, but I felt ill. He's always trying to come. The brownie business came about. My sister, I was obsessed to it. Like I took a pill and I fell asleep. When I woke up, I think it was like after 8. I think the event was about 10 or 11. I messaged Miguel after 8 to say, hey, just woke up. I feel groggy. Do you still need me? Because I'm not really feeling that well. Miguel didn't answer the text. I messaged Crystal, who was also working at the event with him, and I messaged her and I said, ask Miguel if he's still in for come and I feel too good. And her response to me was that Miguel said, don't bother come. Him said, don't bother come. So I said, okay. I didn't take that to mean anything. I just did things say, alright, he did busy, because I know him do makeup and him do a lot of different things. I thought he was just busy. Next day, I text Miguel and I was like, I literally said, oh Miguel, I'm so sorry I couldn't make it yesterday. How did it go? I try to ask him, no response. Try calling, no answer. I text, no answer. So I was like, okay, wow. I never think it that serious, to be honest, because on my part, I legitimately couldn't make it. I could have made it, but I wanted to find out from him if it was okay for me not to come, seeing that I not feel good. When I get the response, I said, it's serious. I say 1 week gone, no response, nothing, him not reach out to me. 1 month was when I said, wow, this is really serious. And I honestly didn't feel like reaching out again, because I reached out 3 times and I say, I don't see why all of this called for, but I didn't know that he had a different understanding or misunderstanding as to what happened. So I gave him a month. Mentally, I told myself, I'm giving you 1 month. If you don't respond to me, then this is it. And after the 1 month, in my post same way, normal like nothing, I just blocked and deleted him off everything. Because that was my way of saying, okay, I'm going to try to move on, because clearly this friendship don't make no sense. Also, I thought that we were worth more than that. But I just realized the type of person Miguel is, and yeah, it's sad.
Alright, Miguel, through how long did the period last of you not speaking to each other?
It was from June 18, 2019.
Wow.
To this year, I think since last month.
About a solid 2 years?
About 2 years and some months.
Okay. During that period, was it a case for you where you had decided that you're fully done with the friendship and would have moved on and would have been completely okay if you never spoke to him again?
Well, yes and no, because I wasn't really seeing much posts from them. Like, I was coping mentally that they were basically outside of my space now. But at times, I do wish like I could pick up the phone and call somebody and get deep about stuff, and that wasn't there. But I think I felt flip-flopped, because at times I totally forget them, like I erase them from my thought, and I maybe tell 1 or 2 people so would I never ever be back friends, but then at times you just wanna
Do you think that
you would have
Do you think that there would have been like any positive during the period of you not being friends? Do you think that you would have done any growth anything positive that you think if you were still friends, you would not have achieved during that period?
No, because I think our friendship, we actually assist with each person's growth, so we normally see it from start to finish. So with or without them, I think the mindset is there that I would achieve it if I wanted it. So no, I think with or without them, I would do it if I saw it fit to go for it.
Even 2.5 years almost, things would have changed about your life. Do you think that not being friends, would there have been any positives from that?
I don't think there are positives because we were not friends. I just think I moved on and I had things to achieve and I just went to achieve. I just went straight into achieving them. And I can say that I did have people around me. I wouldn't consider them friends. I mean, outside of my partner, I wouldn't consider them friends. But I would say that he was missed. I would say that there are, especially because I write plays, I know sometimes, like being that he was a part of the process, like if I write something, I could have said to him, so what do you think about this? Or he would have said, why not put in the line? And then I thought at some points that like at times when I was writing, there would have been scenes that I would have struggled with. I mean, I'd be like, Miguel would have just come with some fuckery, so would have just, make it mad. And I was like, those are times when I would have missed him. But there are times when I also just hated him. I really remember going to a party and I saw him, and it's like there's just this level of disgust that took me over. I was like, look on him too. I go like him as somebody. But then deep down, I knew that fast forward, like rewind to some years before that would be me and him in the party, I laugh off at people or I have some fun or something. But then at that moment, I think I was just a bit jealous and a bit annoyed and a bit angry, and seeing him, like I almost did not like seeing him. I preferred not to see him. Anytime I see him, I get like a rush of different emotions, like anger, rage. Yeah.
Miguel, well, you guys pretty much would have blocked each other on different platforms.
No, I blocked him.
But the circle is not so large, so I'm guessing people would have been asking you questions, what would have happened with you and Faith Beyond and that type of thing. How did you deal with that, and what were your general responses when people asked?
Well, I think I would have told quite a few persons that I don't see our friendship going back together. However, if it's one thing I can attest to is I would never ever be slandering a friend or a past friend, so there is no case out there where people can come to Fabian and say, Miguel said this about you. I believe that once it is that we were friends, I would keep it within, even if we're not friends. So, what was the question?
You can't keep a straight face, sir.
No, true. What was the question again?
Yeah, you pretty much answered. Fabian, for you, in terms of persons coming to you and asking about the friendship, you mentioned at that time you felt rage and anger. How did you deal with that?
Yeah. So you have people who they're just very vindictive and they're just negative and they're all about the mix-up. So sometimes, like if I post another friend or I post Jerome or somebody, they just be like, "Want to Miguel?" And some people do it just to annoy you because them clearly say there's an issue. People who I thought was worth answering, I answered them. So I would be like, "Oh, we're not friends anymore," and I would just be very vague. We're not friends anymore. One, two, not gonna talk about. Nothing happened. I don't know. No, we're not gonna talk about. Move on. Again, I second that. Whereas there's nobody who could say nothing bad.